The honest truth, completely unedited, directly to you, based on my feelings, watching, researching, and understanding these stocks. Guys, I know this is not normally where you see me, but my name is Andrew. I'm a data scientist here in Silicon Valley, and I'm currently outside of the San Jose Convention Center. It is dressed to success season. And if you guys want to find out at the end of the video, I'll tell you where I am, but I'm going to save it until the end. Make sure that you guys have already slapped that like, comment out which one you are, all that jazz. But the most important part is the story of why this week has been monumental. Because the last time that this happened, the data was aligned, right? We had all of the numbers in place, but the human aspect is something that we have been highlighting since the very beginning. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly why that human aspect has been tapped and why the person trading next to you across the aisle, all of those retail investors together, made this week's price action happen. So you guys understand the economics of it, right? You guys understand that the world is slowly starting a de-lever. When the government starts to put in restrictions that made it easier during the pandemic to be able to create new jobs, create new businesses, create that fluidity, that liquidity, now it started a cold snap. We've been talking about margin calls spreading across the different industries and the different sectors. That's already starting to happen, especially as you guys have seen through a lot of the NASDAQ heavy stocks. However, the most important part of the AMC and GME equation is that the individual retail investors never quit. And the fact of the matter is I've been covering this stock since January of 2021. So that means that I have had a year and a half of time to be able to fully come to grips with what the squeeze means, what exactly is a large group of people making monumentous change, as in the greatest wealth transfer that has ever happened in our generation or ever. So that's why I'm here telling you guys that there is a correlation between the number of people that traded, that contributed to the volume that allowed the stock to run this week, and the people desperate enough to continue borrowing against, no matter how expensive, to continue shorting against the stocks that we care about. You guys understand from the get-go that once there is artillery on one side, you need to put artillery on the other. There's a current war raging on right now. And just like in Ukraine, you need to put artillery on both sides in order to have a fair war. Well, that's the thing. We are seeing the shorts do as much as they can to prevent this from happening. And the harder they short, the harder they fall. In fact, every single short must be covered, naked or otherwise. We've been talking a lot about the mechanics of the show, but not about the emotion. So that's why in this video, we are talking about why the person next to you trading is so important. Imagine this, right? You go in order, one at a time, and throw your buy into the pot. And that very, linear, regulated, restricted, but not at all natural to the way the trader actually performs and actually acts, that is counterintuitive to the entire process of the squeeze. When enough people have bet against a stock, especially on the naked side, then you start seeing that retail investors come in and correct it. If hedge funds come into a dying sector and then root out companies that are fresh for the chopping block, well, the retail investors are the ones that say, no, I believe in this stock. I love the stock. I love to be able to be part of the retail community, and I wanted to be able to give back. That's what you saw in droves this week. So when you guys come back down to it and understand, hey, why exactly are hedge funds pointing fingers again and saying that this is the fault of retail investors when retirement funds start drying up, when entire hedge funds, entire industries start finding themselves on the chopping block when they were the ones chopping? That is the entire antithesis of what is actually happening. So they change the story. That's fine. They make us diluted. They make us start to believe stories about other sides. The other sidism is what's killing the feeling that the stock isn't moving. So at the end of it, understand that the volume has been consistent, the shorts are rising, and they do not have the firepower anymore. Not the same as last year when Melvin faced the bailout. So now Melvin is gone. right? We talked about the death of Melvin, the life and death. If you guys haven't seen that video, make sure you guys have taken a look on the channel, checked out the different videos, and taken a look at whatever stock you guys are most concerned about, AMC or GME. But the most important part is this is an ongoing story. And the most important part of the ongoing story is that you guys have been trading just like me. Now, I'm not your financial advisor. I am not a financial advisor, but at the end of the day, we have been together since the very, very beginning. And if you guys started your retail trading journey with this channel, make sure to comment that down below. Make sure to identify your fellow first-timers investing in themselves, because I have a ton more data for you guys coming this Sunday. So I'm gonna do 48 hours of research today and tomorrow, and then come straight to you fresh on Sunday with exactly what you guys need to pay attention to for the incoming squeeze data. That's not only how many shorts, but how many days until covered, how many days until facing ramifications. I want you guys to be able to have all of those facts directly in front of you. Now that you guys have gone to this part of the video, I have to tell you that I have been able to start painting a different narrative altogether. And I'm gonna start posting on this channel more about that specific venture. So I went to Europe, I collected a lot of the stories that you guys had about financial education. I am now planning to go to Southeast Asia to tell a story about a revolution that I have been producing in music. So I've been plopping away, composing, playwriting, drafting this fictional piece that is entirely based on a true story of one person climbing that ambitious ladder. So if you guys are interested in that, comment down below. Actually follow me on Twitter and Instagram. That's where I'm most active in talking about this. I'm essentially announcing it right to you guys, because this is the part of the revolution that I love most, being able to collaborate and contribute what your goals are. This is my next goal. I am a visionary of being able to create different types of artistic mediums, so hopefully this is going to go to stage, and then one day maybe going to big stages. So if you guys wanted to be able to be part of that program, part of the news cycle, make sure that you have already turned on notifications. Make sure that you guys are not going to miss out on the Sunday video talking more about the data itself, because we give you guys tools like Lux algorithm, which gives you buy and sell signals, but honestly, those are just part of the equation. The biggest part is telling the consistent story of financial success, and that starts right here on this channel. So thank those of you who have pressed the join button and the subscribe button, those of you who comment out regularly, because I comment with you guys. I reply to those comments, and then we start a conversation once again. Thank you guys. I'll be back on my computer on Sunday in 2 days, and I'll be able to post more consistently and even start a regular live stream. If you guys want that and you got to this part of the video, make sure to comment that out as well, and I'll choose one of you to shout out on my Instagram and Twitter, because for now, but not for forever, I'll see you guys in the money. Peace.